If you've been watching your elderly parent struggle to get to the bathroom every morning, or if you're over 60 yourself and finding that what used to be a simple daily routine has become a source of stress and discomfort, then you know exactly how heartbreaking and frustrating chronic constipation can be. Picture this scenario. It's been 4 days since your last bowel movement, and you're sitting there feeling bloated, uncomfortable, and worried, wondering if this is just part of getting older or if there's something seriously wrong with your digestive system. The truth is that chronic constipation affects nearly 40% of adults over 65. And it's not just an inconvenience, it's a medical condition that can seriously impact quality of life and overall health. Many seniors suffer in silence, thinking that struggling with bowel movements for weeks at a time is simply their new normal. But today, I'm going to show you exactly why this happens to older adults, and more importantly, what specific steps you can take to identify the root causes and start finding real relief. Welcome to our channel, where we focus on practical health solutions for real people dealing with real digestive challenges. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because we regularly share evidence-based strategies for improving digestive health, especially for our senior viewers who deserve to live comfortably and confidently. Today, we're diving deep into chronic constipation in seniors, and I'm going to share with you 3 major underlying causes that most doctors don't take enough time to explain, plus the warning signs you absolutely need to watch for. Before we get started, I want you to drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from, and if you're dealing with constipation issues yourself or supporting a loved one who is struggling with this condition. Building a community of people who understand these challenges makes all the difference, and your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Now let's talk about why chronic constipation becomes such a serious issue as we age. The first major cause we need to understand is medication interactions and polypharmacy. If you're taking multiple prescription medications, which is extremely common among seniors over 65, then you need to know that many of these drugs can significantly slow down your digestive system. Pain medications, particularly opioids, are notorious for causing severe constipation by binding to receptors in your intestinal tract and literally paralyzing the muscles that move waste through your system. But it's not just pain meds that cause problems. Blood pressure medications, especially calcium channel blockers, can reduce the muscle contractions in your intestinal wall. Antidepressants, particularly tricyclic antidepressants, can dry out your digestive tract and slow everything down. Iron supplements, which many seniors take for anemia, can be incredibly binding and cause hard, difficult-to-pass stools. Even seemingly harmless medications like antihistamines for allergies or sleep aids can contribute to constipation by affecting the nervous system signals that control bowel movements. What makes this even more complicated is something called polypharmacy, which is when you're taking 5 or more medications at the same time. When you have multiple drugs interacting with each other, the constipating effects can multiply exponentially. Your body becomes like a traffic jam, where every medication is slowing down a different part of your digestive highway, and pretty soon, nothing is moving at all. The scary part is that many seniors are prescribed new medications without their doctors fully reviewing how these drugs might interact with their existing prescriptions to worsen constipation. This is why it's absolutely critical to have a comprehensive medication review with your pharmacist or doctor at least twice a year, where you specifically discuss how each drug might be affecting your bowel movements. The second major cause of chronic constipation in seniors is age-related physiological changes that happen naturally as our bodies get older. As we age, the muscles throughout our digestive tract, including the smooth muscles that line our intestines, become weaker and less coordinated. Think of it like this: when you're young, your intestinal muscles work like a well-oiled machine, with strong coordinated contractions that efficiently move waste through your system. But as you get older, these muscles lose their strength and coordination, kind of like how your arm muscles might not be as strong as they were when you were 30. This condition is called presbycolon, which literally means aging colon, and it affects the majority of people over 70. Additionally, the nerves that control your digestive system also change with age. The enteric nervous system, which is sometimes called the second brain because it independently controls your gut function, becomes less responsive and less effective at coordinating the complex dance of muscle contractions needed for healthy bowel movements. Your body also produces less of the digestive enzymes and hormones that help break down food and stimulate bowel movements. For example, your body makes less gastrin, which stimulates stomach acid production, and less motilin, which triggers the migrating motor complexes that sweep undigested material through your intestines during fasting periods. Another physiological change that contributes to constipation in seniors is decreased mobility and physical activity. When you spend more time sitting or lying down due to arthritis balance issues or general frailty, your entire digestive system slows down. Physical movement and gravity actually help move waste through your intestines. So when seniors become more sedentary, their bowel movements naturally become less frequent and more difficult. This creates a vicious cycle where constipation makes you feel uncomfortable and bloated, which makes you want to move around even less, which then makes the constipation even worse. The third major cause of chronic constipation in seniors that we absolutely must discuss is dietary and hydration factors combined with changes in eating patterns. As people age, their relationship with food often changes dramatically, and not always in ways that support healthy digestion. Many seniors begin eating smaller portions or skipping meals altogether due to decreased appetite, changes in taste and smell, or social isolation that makes cooking and eating feel less enjoyable. When you consistently eat less food, your body produces less waste, which means fewer bowel movements. But this doesn't necessarily mean healthier bowel movements. More importantly, the types of foods that seniors commonly gravitate toward are often low in fiber and high in processed ingredients that can worsen constipation. Think about the typical senior diet: soft foods like white bread crackers, cheese, processed meats, canned soups, and sweets become staples because they're easy to chew and digest. But these foods are exactly the opposite of what your colon needs to function properly. Fiber is absolutely essential for healthy bowel movements because it adds bulk to your stool, absorbs water to keep stools soft, and provides food for the beneficial bacteria in your gut that help regulate digestion. When seniors consistently choose low-fiber options, their stools become small, hard, and difficult to pass. Hydration is another massive factor that gets overlooked constantly in senior care. As we age, our sense of thirst naturally diminishes, so older adults often don't feel thirsty, even when their bodies desperately need more fluids. Additionally, many seniors intentionally limit their fluid intake because they worry about incontinence or having to get up frequently during the night to use the bathroom. But here's what happens when you don't drink enough water. Your colon absorbs more water from the waste material passing through it, which makes your stools harder and more difficult to eliminate. The colon is incredibly efficient at conserving water for your body, but when you're dehydrated, it goes into overdrive, pulling every drop of moisture it can from your stool. Another dietary factor that contributes to constipation in seniors is the increased use of calcium and iron supplements. While these supplements are often medically necessary for bone health and anemia, they can be incredibly constipating, especially when taken in large doses or without adequate fiber and water intake. Calcium supplements in particular can bind with other substances in your digestive tract, forming hard masses that are difficult to pass. Iron supplements can turn your stool dark black and make it extremely hard and pellet-like. The problem is that many seniors take these supplements on empty stomachs or with minimal food, which concentrates their constipating effects. Now let me share something that might surprise you about identifying the warning signs of chronic constipation versus normal age-related changes in bowel habits. Many people think that having a bowel movement every other day or even every third day is normal as you get older, but this isn't necessarily true. While bowel movement frequency can decrease slightly with age, having fewer than 3 bowel movements per week is considered constipation regardless of your age. More importantly, it's not just about frequency, it's about the quality and ease of your bowel movements. Here are the specific warning signs that indicate your constipation has moved beyond normal age-related changes and requires immediate attention. First, straining excessively during bowel movements to the point where you feel like you're going to pass out or your face turns red is not normal at any age. This kind of straining can be dangerous for seniors because it can cause hemorrhoids, anal fissures, and even heart problems or strokes due to the sudden increase in blood pressure. Second, if your stools are consistently hard dry and pellet-like resembling rabbit droppings, this indicates severe dehydration in your colon and chronic constipation that needs to be addressed immediately. Third, feeling like you never completely empty your bowels, even after a bowel movement, is a red flag that suggests either incomplete evacuation due to muscle weakness or a possible blockage that needs medical evaluation. Fourth, any sudden changes in your bowel habits, such as going from regular daily movements to only having a bowel movement once a week, should be evaluated by a doctor immediately, because this could indicate a more serious underlying condition. Fifth, if you experience severe abdominal pain, cramping, bloating, or nausea, along with constipation, these could be signs of a bowel obstruction, which is a medical emergency. Another warning sign that many seniors and their families miss is the development of fecal incontinence alongside constipation. This might seem contradictory, but what happens is that hard-impacted stool blocks the rectum while liquid waste leaks around the blockage, creating accidents that can be incredibly embarrassing and distressing. This condition, called overflow incontinence, is often misdiagnosed as diarrhea when it's actually a complication of severe constipation. The psychological impact of chronic constipation on seniors cannot be underestimated, and this is something that families and caregivers need to understand deeply. When an older adult struggles with constipation for weeks or months, it affects every aspect of their daily life. They may become anxious about leaving the house, worried about having an accident, or about not being able to find a bathroom when they finally do need to go. This anxiety can lead to social isolation, which then contributes to depression and a further decline in physical activity and healthy eating habits. Many seniors also develop what I call toilet anxiety, where they become so focused on whether or not they'll be able to have a bowel movement that the stress itself makes constipation worse. The mind-gut connection is incredibly powerful, and when you're constantly worried about your bowel movements, your body can actually shut down the normal reflexes that trigger the urge to go. This creates a frustrating cycle where the more you worry about constipation, the worse it becomes. Now that we understand the major causes, let's talk about some additional factors that can contribute to chronic constipation in seniors that often get overlooked by healthcare providers. Hormonal changes, particularly in senior women, can significantly impact digestive function. After menopause, the dramatic decrease in estrogen levels affects the smooth muscle contractions throughout the digestive tract. Estrogen helps maintain the strength and coordination of intestinal muscles. So when estrogen levels drop, many women experience slower, more difficult bowel movements. Additionally, thyroid problems, which become more common with age, can severely impact digestive function. An underactive thyroid or hypothyroidism slows down every system in your body, including your digestive system, leading to chronic constipation that won't improve until the thyroid condition is properly treated. Diabetes is another condition that disproportionately affects seniors and can cause serious constipation problems through a complication called diabetic gastroparesis. When blood sugar levels remain elevated for extended periods, they can damage the nerves that control digestive muscle movements. This nerve damage, called diabetic neuropathy, can affect the entire digestive tract from the stomach all the way to the rectum, causing food and waste to move much more slowly through the system. What makes this particularly challenging is that many seniors with diabetes also take medications that can worsen constipation, creating a double impact on their digestive health. Neurological conditions such as Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and stroke can also profoundly impact bowel function in ways that families often don't anticipate. These conditions can affect the brain signals that coordinate bowel movements, disrupt the normal reflexes that create the urge to defecate, and impact the cognitive awareness needed to respond appropriately to bodily signals. Seniors with dementia may forget to drink enough water, may not recognize the urge to have a bowel movement, or may become confused about bathroom routines. Those with Parkinson's disease often experience slower movement throughout their entire digestive tract as part of the overall slowing of motor functions that characterizes this condition. Let me pause here for a moment because I want to connect with those of you who are feeling overwhelmed by everything we're discussing. If you're watching this and thinking about your own struggles, or worrying about a parent or spouse who deals with chronic constipation every day, I want you to know that you're not alone in this journey. Drop a comment below and simply write, "I understand," because sometimes just acknowledging how hard this really is can be the first step toward finding solutions that work. Your experience matters, and sharing it might be exactly what someone else needs to feel less isolated today. Physical positioning and bathroom habits also play a crucial role in constipation for seniors that we need to address practically. Many older adults spend less time on the toilet because sitting for extended periods becomes uncomfortable due to arthritis or other joint problem. However, rushing through bathroom visits or not allowing enough time for complete evacuation can contribute to chronic constipation. The natural squatting position that humans used for thousands of years is the optimal position for bowel movement because it straightens the rectum and allows for easier passage of stool. Modern toilets require us to sit at a 90-degree angle, which actually creates a kink in the rectum that can make bowel movements more difficult, especially for seniors who may have weak abdominal muscles. Additionally, many seniors develop what healthcare providers call toilet timing issues, where they ignore or suppress the natural urge to defecate because it's inconvenient or because they want to wait until they're at home in their own bathroom. When you consistently ignore these natural urges, your body stops sending them as frequently, and the stool sits in your rectum longer, becoming harder and more difficult to pass. This is particularly problematic for seniors who may be out running errands or visiting family and don't want to use unfamiliar bathrooms. Sleep patterns and medication timing can also significantly impact constipation in seniors. Many older adults take their medications at different times throughout the day, and some of these medications, particularly those taken in the evening, can slow down the natural digestive processes that typically occur during overnight hours. Additionally, sleep disruptions, which are common among seniors, can interfere with the normal circadian rhythms that help regulate bowel movements. Your digestive system actually has its own internal clock, and when sleep patterns are irregular, it can throw off the timing of normal bowel reflexes. Environmental factors in senior living situations, whether at home or in assisted living facilities, can also contribute to constipation problems. Changes in routine, unfamiliar surroundings, lack of privacy, or concerns about bathroom accessibility can all create stress that impacts digestive function. Seniors who move to new living arrangements often experience temporary or sometimes persistent constipation as their bodies adjust to new schedule, meal times, and bathroom facilities. The stress of adapting to change, even positive changes, can significantly impact digestive health in older adults who may already be dealing with multiple health challenges. Now that we understand all these interconnected causes of chronic constipation in seniors, let's talk about how to create a comprehensive approach that addresses multiple factors simultaneously. The key to successfully managing chronic constipation in older adults is understanding that you can't just treat one isolated cause. You need to address the whole picture, including medications, hydration, physical activity, and bathroom habits, all working together as an integrated system. First, let's talk about creating a medication management strategy that minimizes constipation while still addressing necessary health conditions. This means having honest conversations with your doctor or pharmacist about every medication supplement and over-the-counter product you take. Ask specifically about alternatives to constipating medications and request a comprehensive review of drug interactions that might be worsening your digestive problem. For example, if you're taking calcium supplements, ask about calcium citrate instead of calcium carbonate, as it's generally less constipating and better absorbed. If you're on iron supplements, discuss taking them with vitamin C to improve absorption, so you can potentially take a lower dose, or ask about gentler forms like iron bisglycinate that cause less digestive upset. The timing of medications can also make a significant difference in managing constipation. Taking iron supplements or other constipating medications earlier in the day rather than at bedtime allows your body more time to process them before the natural overnight digestive rest period. Additionally, spacing out multiple medications throughout the day, rather than taking them all at once, can reduce the cumulative constipating effects and give your digestive system a chance to function between doses. Creating a hydration strategy specifically designed for seniors requires more than just drinking more water. Start your day with a large glass of warm water, which can help stimulate the gastrocolic reflex that triggers morning bowel movements. Throughout the day, aim for small, frequent sips rather than large amounts all at once, which can be overwhelming for aging kidneys and may increase concerns about incontinence. Add natural electrolytes through foods like bananas, oranges, and leafy greens, rather than relying solely on plain water. Herbal teas like ginger chamomile or peppermint can provide both hydration and gentle digestive support without the caffeine that might disrupt sleep patterns. Physical activity for seniors with constipation doesn't need to be strenuous to be effective. Even gentle movements like walking around your house, stretching in your chair, or doing simple yoga poses can stimulate digestive function. The key is consistency and finding activities that you can maintain long-term. Walking for just 10 minutes after each meal can significantly improve digestive motility and help prevent food from sitting too long in your stomach and intestines. Chair exercises, abdominal breathing, and gentle twisting movements can all help massage your internal organs and encourage natural bowel movements. Creating optimal bathroom habits means establishing regular toilet times even if you don't feel the immediate urge to go. Try sitting on the toilet for 5 to 10 minutes at the same times each day, particularly after meals when your gastrocolic reflex is naturally stronger. Use a footstool to elevate your knees above your hips, which helps straighten the rectum and makes elimination easier. Never strain or force bowel movements, but do allow adequate time for your body to respond to the natural signals. Keep the bathroom environment calm and private, without rushing or feeling pressured. The dietary approach for managing constipation in seniors needs to be gradual and sustainable. Suddenly, increasing fiber intake can actually worsen constipation and cause uncomfortable bloating, so add fiber-rich foods slowly over several weeks. Focus on soluble fiber from sources like oatmeal apples, pears, and beans, which are gentler on sensitive digestive systems than insoluble fiber from raw vegetables and whole grain products. Prunes are particularly effective for seniors because they contain both fiber and natural compounds called phenolic acids that stimulate bowel contractions. Start with just 2 or 3 prunes daily and gradually increase as tolerated. When all these strategies work together, they create a powerful synergy that addresses constipation from multiple angles simultaneously. Your improved hydration helps medications work more effectively while reducing their constipating side effects. Regular physical activity enhances the benefits of dietary changes by helping move food and waste through your system more efficiently. Consistent bathroom habits train your body to respond predictably, while proper positioning makes elimination easier and more complete. This integrated approach recognizes that chronic constipation in seniors is rarely caused by just one factor, so the solution needs to be equally comprehensive. The most important thing to understand is that overcoming chronic constipation as a senior means reclaiming your confidence, comfort, and quality of life. When your digestive system functions properly, you feel more energetic, more comfortable in social situations, and more confident about leaving your house and engaging in activities you enjoy. This isn't just about bathroom habits. It's about restoring your sense of independence and well-being that constipation may have slowly eroded over months or years. Remember that patience and consistency are absolutely essential when implementing these changes. Your body may need several several weeks or even months to fully respond to new habits, especially if you've been dealing with chronic constipation for a long time. Each small improvement builds on the previous one, creating momentum toward better digestive health. Think of each positive change as an investment in your long-term comfort and independence, rather than expecting immediate dramatic results. Most importantly, please know that you don't have to suffer through chronic constipation alone. Whether you're dealing with this yourself or supporting a loved one, there are effective solutions available and healthcare providers who understand these challenges. Reach out to your doctor, pharmacist, or a gastroenterologist who specializes in digestive health for seniors. Your struggles are valid, your discomfort matters, and you deserve to live comfortably and confidently regardless of your age. If you found this video helpful, please remember to hit the like button. It really helps us bring you more valuable content. Drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts, questions, or what topic you'd like us to cover next. We love hearing from you. Of course, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can never miss out on our latest health tips and insights. Stay informed, stay healthy, and well. See you in the next video.